We're live.
All right, g'day everyone. Welcome back to the Snake Catchers podcast. I'm Brett and I'm here, of course, with Dan, as always. Back with another topic episode now that we've sort of had the season wrap up. Even though it's still quite nice outside, we just haven't been getting any calls. So there's nothing to recap, really, is there?
Yeah.
Since last time? I don't think so. I haven't done anything anyway.
No, I've had a couple. I passed a few on.
Yeah,
but
just
that's about it.
More just inquiries,
Yeah.
if anything. But nothing too exciting to talk about on that front. So
I think it was weird though because we had like a couple of weeks ago where it really like cooled off.
I reckon
It felt like winter. Like I think the last time we recorded,
it was that sort of week that it was just raining and miserable that they would have all just been like, all right, time to go underground.
and then the last week's been like 30, so it's like
ridiculous, and it's continuing into next week as well.
Yeah,
the warmer weather.
So the activity, it's like they've just sort of started to slow down anyway.
Oh, they know what's going on.
Yeah,
they know what's going on. Again, the odd inquiry call here and there, but
it's funny how it's like this sort of weather at the start of the season, it goes nuts.
Yeah,
and then like it's the same at the back end of it, but yeah, just
like again, if this was bloody October, November,
be flat out.
Yeah, but no, it's definitely wrapped up for the season. So yeah, we'll go into a topic episode today, which is going to be a bit of a general chat about Australian snake species, because there's definitely a lot more than what people realise. Yeah. And also, they're not all brown snakes.
No.
Which is what, most people that don't know snakes thinks everything is in Australia. Yeah. So we're going to cover a lot of the different species that we have here in Australia, and then move on to a bit of herping talk as well. More so me on that front.
You've done a lot more than I have.
From a few of these species that I've seen across the place. So yeah, we might as well just get straight into it. Australia roughly has about 200 species of snake. So a fair few different species. And that ranges from our venomous species, which are our elapids, pythons, and colubrids, basically. So we'll sort of have a bit of a chat about all of them today as well, and sort of, go into, what makes them different, et cetera, and, how you can tell the difference between them and all that sort of stuff. So I suppose we'll start with our venomous species. Yeah. Not everyone is a brown snake.
No, surprisingly.
Surprisingly, even though a lot of them do look like brown snakes to the untrained eye.
Yeah, and I guess we got more venomous snakes than non-venomous as well. Species, don't
we? We do, so. Yeah. Where are we? About 140 plus of those 200 species are venomous.
Yeah.
However, only up to about 30 of those are considered dangerous to humans.
Medically significant.
So it's not that high for medically significant.
No.
Quite high for still venomous species.
Yeah, I guess like species-wise it's not a lot, but then you get like species like eastern brown, which just covers so much. Of the East Coast and like down where we are.
Yeah.
Like it's commonly seen.
Yeah. And going on to just the eastern brown snake quickly, that is considered the most dangerous snake in Australia.
Yeah.
Because its distribution covers most of our major cities pretty well, from Adelaide all the way east and then right up the east coast, even a bit in the centre and Northern Territory.
Yeah.
There's a couple of isolated populations as well. So the eastern brown snake is the species that is contributing to the most bites in the country, and the one that people come into contact with,
and actually
the most,
the whopping death rate too.
Yeah, it's
of 1 to 2.
Huge, 1 to 2. But we've spoken about all that before. But yeah, keeping on with the sort of venomous snake theme and brown snake theme, there's about 9 species of brown snake in Australia. So it's not just the eastern browns.
Can you name them off the top of your head?
I can give it a crack.
I did a post on the other day, so I'm pretty sure I got it.
So what do we got? We got the eastern, the western, peninsular, strap-snouted, dugite, ringed brown, speckled brown, Ingram's brown, northern brown.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, scientific names.
I probably could, but I'm not going to because we'd be here for a bit with me thinking about it.
We'll do this on every species.
But yeah, there are 9 species of brown snake in Australia, and not many people would think that.
Yeah, every time I do, like every now and then I'll do a post like that and say, there's 9 species, and like a lot of people don't know that.
No.
They just think, brown snake.
A brown snake's a brown snake.
Yeah, there's just so many variations on them too.
So many variations. We've got a few of those species here in South Australia.
And that's the other thing too, like people don't realise it's more than just the eastern brown
in
SA.
In SA.
Sort of thing.
Just, in SA we've got the eastern, the western, the strap snout, the ringed, and the peninsula.
And
dugong. We've got 6 out of the 9 in South Australia alone.
Yeah.
A lot of those ones are more cold tolerant species. So like your dugites and your peninsula browns over on the sort of west coast, Eyre Peninsula sort of area, and they are a lot more cold tolerant.
Yeah.
And then sort of moving further north, you get your strap snouts, your ringed, and your western browns.
More northern up there.
Yeah, as well. So 6 out of the 9 species of brown snake in South Australia, which is a fair percentage of them.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 2/3.
Look at you with your quick math. So yeah, in our sort of immediate area, it's only eastern brown snakes. Yeah, so we only catch easterns. The next closest species is the strap-snouted, which is sort of start of the Flinders Ranges, and sort of Murray Mallee, in the Riverland area, and you start getting ringed browns there as well. So
almost pretty much where mulgars start,
where the other species start as well. Because again, we get a few calls about this. I've got a king brown in the backyard.
Yeah.
You don't, because their distribution doesn't start for a few hundred kilometers north.
I had a full-on argument with someone about that on like someone in the Barossa comment on stuff. Like it went back and forth, and literally like I gave up in the end of it's because other people jumped in. But he was swearing black and blue that it was a king brown. Like, it's not a king brown, mate.
Like again, you do get big snakes.
Yeah.
Like that big eastern brown that I caught was the size of my mulga in there.
Yeah.
But that was a big snake. Yeah. So I get where people are coming from.
I think obviously it's a name throws people. Like it's obviously we normally call them mulgars anyway.
Yeah.
Or generally speaking, like, but yeah, the name king brown does throw people.
Yeah.
Like,
so for anyone that doesn't know that is listening, the king brown snake is not actually a brown snake. It's a black snake. So Pseudechus.
Yeah.
Brown snakes are Pseudonaya. So yeah, the king brown is a very misleading name. It's called the king brown because it is basically the king of Australian snakes. It's the largest species. They eat other snakes.
Yeah.
So hence the name king brown, much like the king cobra. Same sort of thing. They eat other snakes, and they just have that sort of
Australian version,
basically. So yeah, the king brown is a black snake, and their distribution in South Australia starts a few hundred kilometers north of the Adelaide area.
Yeah.
The only black snake we get down in sort of our area is the red bellies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going on from that, there's only a couple of other species we really get in sort of the immediate Adelaide and Greater Adelaide area. We get the little whip snakes.
Yeah.
So Pseudoflagellum, I think. A bit further north, you start getting Pseudospectabilis, which is literally exactly the same looking snake, apart from a few slight marking differences.
Yeah.
So basically exactly the same, obviously same genus.
Yeah.
And then also in the hills, not so much up my end, we get pygmy copperheads as well, but that's more so towards the southern end of the hills.
They're endangered.
They are endangered in South Australia.
Yeah,
I believe.
But then there's like areas where they're pretty thick.
Yeah.
So they're not thick, but like, almost common.
Yeah, good population on KI.
Yeah.
And yeah, in certain areas down the bottom of the hills, they're in good numbers.
And
no
browns on KI either.
No browns on KI.
Fun fact of the day.
What another species that is on KI though are tiger snakes.
Tigers, yeah.
So we do get tiger snakes here in SA as well. Not again so much in our areas.
Literally either side, really, like down the southeast, and you get them in the Riverland.
Yeah,
but in between where we are, you don't. Nah.
Yeah,
which they probably one of those things you're probably used to.
There would have been a time where they were in the Adelaide Hills, definitely.
Yeah,
they're probably still parts in the Adelaide Hills, but not up this end.
No,
I've never seen one. I've never got a call for one.
Nah,
seen plenty in the Riverland.
Yeah,
but yeah, not where we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, tiger snakes as well. They go right up the east coast too. They used to be fairly common, sort of when Australia was getting settled, but once sort of development sort of started, they were sort of pushed out because they've got more of a niche sort of habitat.
Yeah.
So swamps, rivers, waterways, etc. Much like the red bellies.
So I think most bites were tigers when they first started.
Yeah,
and then that's switched over. Like tigers got pushed out. Then obviously the
Brown,
food sources, like you said, their habitat like suitability is a lot different.
Yeah.
So then obviously browns just moved in, rodent specialists, like you see the way they live.
Yeah, and we provide them with everything they need.
You can see why it swapped over.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately affected tiger numbers too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're not as common on the east coast now. Again, in certain areas, down in Victoria, they're pretty common.
Yeah.
And again, in certain areas in SA, you get them as well.
Yeah.
Pretty common over west. WA, you get some nice ones over.
Yeah, they're probably the nicest looking ones.
I'd say so.
I mean, you get like Chapel Island ones, which are just jet black.
Yeah.
But then I love the high yellow ones.
Yeah, they are.
Sick.
They are very
like
nice.
Just typical kind of tigers. Like what do you think of it when you think of the tiger
typical
snake?
tiger snake. Yeah. Which is obviously hence how they would have got their name as well. The banding,
I reckon, you might have been onto something there.
Yeah, maybe. Nothing's getting past me, is it? So that's sort of the main sort of venomous snakes we have around SA.
Missing one.
What?
Missing one.
What?
Short little fat thing.
Oh yeah, death adders. They were again quite common many a year ago.
Yeah.
Along the sort of coastal regions.
Yeah.
In the sort of Adelaide
like semaphore
area. Yeah, they were there. There's records dating back to the 50s.
Yeah.
Of them there, but again, development has just annihilated all the habitat for adders. Yeah, unfortunately.
And then you just pretty much one of the hot spots is Ardrossan.
Ardrossan's a pretty good spot for them.
Well, you can see like they probably followed that whole way from Adelaide up around
all the way around,
and then that's just sort of closed in. And then obviously the population's a lot less dense over there. So they obviously managed to. Actually, on the death adders quickly. I was talking to Will the other day.
Yeah.
And he's got a family member in the Ardrossan.
Yeah, okay.
And he reckons he's actually going over there soon.
Yeah,
to do something else. But he said his family member, like, you're going to just go flip tin there and find adders.
Oh, so good.
So I'm trying to...
When are we going?
Yeah, well, I said...
When are we going?
He's going over there to do some slashing or something. I'm like, we tee it up. I mean, Brett will come with it. We'll go and find some death adders.
Ardrossan's not far.
It's not far. And he literally reckons you just flip tin over there and you can find them.
I've been out there looking, but I haven't seen one. Yeah. I've got mates that have seen them there.
So I think it's on the, like, just off the beach, the strip of vegetation.
Yeah.
Like, just off, I don't know what you call it.
Just a last strip with farmland either side.
Yeah,
sort of
that's where the beach comes up. And you got those...
those few dunes.
Yeah, right through there. I think they're pretty common.
Yeah.
Common-ish sort of thing.
I've been out there a few times, but I haven't seen one out there. I haven't seen a common. I've seen plenty up in Darwin, but I haven't seen a common.
Yeah.
In
I know. I've seen a few photos on like this ID page near Elliston.
Yeah.
On the Eyre Peninsula, bottom other side of the peninsula.
Streaky. Lincoln National Park as well. Coffin Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, another species that you'd tell people and they're like, what? Like they wouldn't think
that
they
you
live.
would. Yeah.
Just because it's like you like said, so brown snake focused. Everyone thinks every snake's a brown snake sort of thing. So another interesting one.
Yeah, nah.
Which is even more interesting because they literally look like like a viper.
Yeah, they are, however, an elapid.
Yes.
All venomous snakes in Australia are elapids.
Yeah.
We do have a couple of rear-fanged colubrids.
Yeah.
But all our front-fanged venomous snakes are elapids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't have any vipers here. Again, misleading for the adders because they are very viper-like.
They are like,
in appearance,
almost like everything about them.
Yeah.
They're like, well, adder, like
Yeah.
you think viper, but. And then that's also an unfortunate name too, like death adder. Like they just, one of those things that you just say that, be like, oh, death.
Yeah.
But like they're one of the most, unless there's food around, one of the most placid snakes you can get. So
yeah. So they were originally called the death adder.
Death adder.
Death adder.
Oh, really?
Because unlike other species, they wouldn't go when people came through. They'd obviously just sit and use their camouflage,
being ambush
predators.
Because they'd be one of the only venomous ambush snakes.
There wouldn't be many.
Wouldn't be many others.
Nah, I'd have to have a think.
Everything else pretty much hunts. Like as far as like venomous goes, because obviously you get pythons.
Pythons will ambush. Yeah. But yeah, originally called death adders because
I did not know. I've learned something. Today,
there you go. And then it obviously became information when they found out that all Australian snakes are deaf. So again, unfortunate that it got changed to death, but
yeah, there's a lot of other names that would have been nice, but
yeah.
Once again, just like back in the day, the stigma around things. Would have been,
yeah.
Mind you, it would have been like scientific people that would have named it. Like you think even back then they might have known better, but obviously not.
Times change, don't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, for sort of the immediate Adelaide area, that's all the venomous snakes we have. We don't have any colubrids down here in South Australia. The closest python we have is the Murray Darling, obviously on the riverland.
Yeah.
They are an endangered species in South Australia, and their range. So well, again, there's a few different carpet python species across Australia.
Yeah.
I can't think of how many off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm not that good with that.
What is it? We've got Murray Darlings, Imbricata, Westerns, Centralian, Diamond, Jungle, Coastal, Darwin.
And Green Tree.
They are Morelia, but not carpet.
Not carpet.
Yeah, they are still Morelia.
Yeah.
I think that's all the carpets. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got the Murray Darling, obviously Murray River Basin, and then they move across into Victoria and then up through the Flinders as well. And then we've also got the Imbricata over on the west coast.
Yeah.
And they come pretty far east. They're on the Eyre Peninsula.
I was going to say, you do get them along there.
Yeah, they're on the Eyre Peninsula.
So 2 python species, so
2 carpet python species. Yeah. We've got children's pythons.
Yeah.
That start sort of in the Flinders.
Yeah.
Formerly Stimson's pythons. Do
they start in the Flinders?
Yeah, you get them in the Flinders.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They wouldn't, again, be a common sight.
No.
But they do start in the Flinders. I know
pretty cool find.
I know people that have seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few random records sort of scattered throughout SA for just random gorges and stuff like that.
I think they're pretty, generally pretty gnarly, aren't they? I've seen, a lot of videos of people finding them and they're just, really defensive, straight up. I'm guessing being so small, too. They've, everything's trying to eat them more so.
They're hit and miss.
Yeah.
I've seen, I don't know how many I saw in my time up in Darwin.
Yeah.
They were everywhere.
Yeah.
And, you get the odd nice one. You get the one that wants to rip your face off.
I guess, too small to eat cane toads. Generally, let's eating a small cane toad, I guess. That might have helped with there's so many, maybe, still. I don't know.
I mean, python as well, primarily a mammal.
Probably not going to be eaten.
Yeah, primarily a mammal feeder.
Yeah, true.
Up there, it's mainly the colubrids and the elapids that
cop it.
Yeah. But we'll get onto that. So yeah, children's pythons that start in the Flinders and then basically cover most of the country.
Yeah.
Now, because they were formerly Stimson's pythons, and we've also got Wammers in SA.
Yeah.
As well that sort of start around Roxby and then just go north through the sort of arid interior.
Yeah.
I don't know when the last record of one was in Roxby. I think it's been a while.
Yeah, right.
They used to be there.
I think they get mixed up a bit too, because I hear people like that do fly in, fly out. They reckon every snake's a taipan up there too.
Yeah.
But they see like up that way. So like how many of them are potentially wommers?
Yeah.
Because of the different look about them, and depending, like they might be a bit darker and the stripes might not be as visible.
Yeah.
So they could be mixed up with them too, like especially with the darker head or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Because the SA form like looks a lot different to the more northern Tanami sort of look.
Yeah, I've seen one in Yalara, and that was really quite heavily banded.
Yeah.
Going all the way down and quite sort of...
Where's Yalara again?
Vivid, Uluru.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So I've seen one there. I haven't seen one in South Australia.
Yeah.
I've been out looking, but I haven't seen one. So I believe that's all the pythons we have in SA. It's not many. Few carpets, wommers, children's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any more. Going on to the taipans. So in South Australia, we do also have the world's most venomous snake, the inland taipan.
Yeah.
There's a couple of different populations of them. Probably the most known one is the one around Cooper Pedy, just out on the Gibber Plains where there's absolutely nothing, and the world's most venomous snake lives. And then another population up sort of right in the sort of northeastern corner of the state.
So it's like around Lake Eyre.
Yeah, sort of up
around,
northeastern side. And then there's populations in Western Queensland as well. So yeah, we do have the world's most venomous snake in South Australia.
The Western, that doesn't quite get into SA.
I don't know.
I don't think they know that.
I don't think there's been enough seen to determine whether it has.
It quite possibly could be, but
I don't know. I mean, again, there probably has been someone see one in SA, but I don't know of it.
Yeah,
there's only like 30 records of them being seen anyway in WA and NT. Yeah, I've got one of those.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, we're talking about the temporalis, the Western Desert Taipan.
So it's only sort of pretty freshly discovered.
Pretty freshly discovered. And yeah, there's only been about 30 to 35, 40 records of them being seen. It's probably more now. Because I researched for this episode a while ago and that's the number I got.
Yeah.
So it could be more. But I was lucky enough to see one in Kings Canyon in the NT. I was only there for a night.
Yeah.
We were cruising.
That's lucky.
Oh, there's a snake in the road. What's that? And yeah, it was a taipan. Yeah. About 10 o'clock at night.
Because originally you thought it was Mengdanide.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was very cool.
Hard to pick though, like you said, like that photo, like was unless you're looking at those like things all the time.
Yeah. Which is why we got it sort of clarified for us. Yeah. Which was nice. But that was pretty cool.
I've played with them, but not in the wild.
Yeah, I didn't play with that one in the wild.
Yeah, I wasn't in meaning that. But.
Even if I had, it was in situ when I took the photo. No, I didn't. That was like we get a lot of defensive brown snakes.
So it wasn't that big, was it either?
No, it was decent. It was probably 1.5 meters.
Okay.
It was decent. But we get a lot of defensive brown snakes when we go out to calls.
Yeah.
This thing was the most defensive wild snake I've ever seen. It was in the middle of the road. It was crossing. I pulled the car over. I walked up to it and it just curled up and looked at me and said, go on, get a bit closer, see what happens.
So did that...
And it just watched me.
Did that make you think a bit more that it wasn't a brown the way that went up? Because, the taipans do more, not so much of the S, they do that more.
Yeah, but looking at it, when it did go up a little bit, there were marks on its belly, which made me think it wasn't brown. And I'm just like, okay, it's a Western brown.
Yeah.
And I thought nothing of it at that particular moment in time.
At least you got photos of it.
I'm glad I got some photos of it.
Imagine if you're like, nah, it's just another Western. Don't worry about it.
Well, even still, that would have, if it was a Western, it would have been the first one I'd photographed.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, right.
Yeah. I have seen a few Westerns since then, but that would have been the first one I'd photographed if I was a Western, but it was a temporalis. So,
I feel like.
Yeah. Just going back to the taipan, so there are 3 species of taipan in Australia. So we've got, again, the inland, the Western Desert, and the coastal. Coastal taipans up far north Queensland, sort of right across the top. Coastal fringe of Australia. Not as common sort of heading more towards Darwin because they got hit very heavily by the toads. From everything I hear, they're pretty common in far north Queensland.
And I personally haven't played with the coastal, but like everyone sort of says, they're probably the most dangerous snake to handle. Like, pretty much people describe them as a brown snake on steroids, essentially.
Because they get big.
Yeah,
they
big
get
fangs. Big
they're up there for the largest venomous snake in Australia.
Yeah,
as well.
Close to mulgars.
Yeah.
And just like the fangs on them are huge.
I believe they have the longest fangs of any lapid in Australia. I could be wrong about that, but I believe it's
for the agility of it too. Like obviously up there with like black mamba and that sort of thing with the agility, fang length, and just what it can do and all that.
Yeah. Like more calculated.
Yeah,
as well compared to
that's also
a brown snake.
It's pretty much people say it's like because obviously brown snakes would take pot shots and just flip out and just lunge and that. Yeah. But then like a lot of people say like coastals will only bite you if they know they can bite.
They'll pick their moment,
which is a lot more nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Although I've seen inlands that are like puppy dogs.
Yeah, I've seen coastals that are like puppy dogs too. Like, it's like any snake. Really. Yeah, like any snake can be calm. Any snake, like I said, you can get little stimmies that are nuts.
I think it's just more known for the coastals to be a bit on the spicy side.
Yeah,
like scrubbies. In captivity.
Yeah,
they're just horrible. And then in the wild, apparently they're puppy dogs.
So I'm just screenshotting
the
time for that. So I don't have to go back and find it. Thanks, fair. Brett. Make work for me.
No, again, I got to keep you on your toes, don't I?
Give me something to do.
But yeah, like the scrubbies in the wild, apparently they're puppy dogs.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's just something in captivity, which is probably fair, I guess. But then, like, you think, it would make sense wild ones coming into captivity, like wild caught, like going a little bit silly because they're in captivity.
Yeah.
But like even captive bred stuff, you're like, from what I've heard, a lot of the time when they're smaller, they're all right, and then they just get to an age and
they're just like, all right, I'm a scrubby now.
Yeah, I can actually kill you.
Yeah. Scrubby, again, largest snake species in Australia. So the scrub python, found up in far north Queensland. They can get to 5 meters long.
Yeah.
So they're fairly substantially sized snakes. Again, not really compared to sort of the overseas stuff. No. Like scrubbies get long, but not
fat.
Yeah,
they're still pretty like lean. Ish.
Yeah.
Like compared to like a boa or something.
Yeah,
a big boa.
Yeah, a heavy-bodied snake like that, or a tick or something. Yeah. So I suppose we can talk about pythons for a sec here. We do have a few species of python in Australia as well, and they pretty much cover most of the country.
Yeah.
Too. We've got some very unique python species that, again, not many people would have probably heard of. So, again, green tree pythons up in far north Queensland as well. Just this bright green, vivid python.
Probably the best looking python.
They're very nice looking. Yeah.
Depends
they're
what
very
you're
nice
into, though,
looking.
again, but just like visually, just nice.
Yeah, they are very nice. I like a Darwin carpet python for visuals. They are very nice.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
We've got the rarest python species in the world up in Kakadu and Arnhem Land, the Oampelli.
Yeah.
That, again, probably not many people would have heard of. They're only found on traditionally owned land.
Yeah.
Up there. So, Kakadu and Arnhem Land. And they can get up to 5 meters as well.
Yeah.
So they're top 3 largest snakes.
Do they know if they ever were distributed further than that and they went down to that? Or there's probably no way of really knowing.
Nah, it's the escarpment country that they inhabit. Yeah, up there. And then we've got the smallest python species in the world as well, the pygmy python.
Yeah.
Over in WA.
Yeah.
So, again, they only get 30 centimetres or something.
Fairly common in the pet trade now.
They're getting there. Yeah. Enteresia in general are very common, like your children's pythons, your spotteds, stimmies, that sort of stuff. But no, pygmies are getting there.
Yeah.
Pygmies are getting there. They are a specialist in SA.
Are they?
As well, which makes it a bit...
What makes them specialists?
I don't know.
They wouldn't be any different to look after than...
Probably not, no.
Is it just because there was like just the numbers thing and not many of them?
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how species work on the sort of specialist basic list. There's probably like olive pythons. like they should probably be specialists.
I think so.
They're a big snake.
Yeah.
And you get an angry one.
Yeah.
Like, it'll do some damage.
Surely there's at size, not different between that and a scrubby.
Yeah.
Like when they're going off.
Yeah.
Like you talk to people that have got full size scrubbies and they don't handle them unless there's two people.
I don't handle that thing.
Yeah.
He's not even fully grown. He's only 2.5 meters long. He's a tosser. I don't touch him unless I have to. Like, the female's a tosser as well. She's only bloody 3 foot long. But yeah, like species like that, like there should be a bit of difference.
Yeah.
Like even black-headed pythons get like 2.5 meters.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they've got a crook old bite on them as well.
It's pretty crazy the difference in size between the wommers and the blackhead, considering they're both fairly
same species, yeah,
and same families.
Yeah,
I mean like same
genus.
Genus. That's the word.
Yeah.
But like look similar, but blackheads just get heaps bigger.
You get some chunky wommers though.
But
you get some decent sized wommers.
SA wommers get. That's something else. Like, we talk about brown snakes getting so much bigger up in Queensland. And
yeah.
all that sort of stuff. Then I've heard, obviously the SA wommers, well, not heard, I know. SA wommers get a lot bigger than the northern Tanami sort of area.
Different localities of things.
And you think, like, you obviously just think, like, further north, more prey items, I guess.
Yeah.
And sort of thing. Different prey items, bigger prey items.
Yeah.
Just get bigger, like, would get bigger, but it's not the case with wommers. So,
yeah.
But it's the case with browns.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
But again, going back to that, like different populations of mulgars don't get as big as other ones.
Yeah.
Like,
is that one that they sort of can potentially get bigger depths further south than what they are north, or is that?
I think the top ends.
Or top ends
are the big.
They still get
big
bigger.
fellas.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, we're chopping and changing a lot between species we're talking about, but King Brown or the mulgar is Australia's most distributed venomous snake. They cover 80% of the country, roundabout. It's something like that. All but sort of the extreme colds.
Pretty much Victorian Tassie, really.
Victoria, Tassie, sort of southern SA.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the rest of the country you can just about get mulgars.
Yeah.
I think that sort of eastern coastal fringe as well, they don't quite
populated
get to until you start getting a bit further north.
Once again, they probably were maybe potentially in
there.
Yeah,
and then just pushed out.
Yeah.
But they're the largest venomous snake in Australia, probably in sort of conjunction with the coastal taipan.
Yeah.
Mulgar's definitely the heaviest bodied, I'd say. I've seen plenty of mulgars over my time herping in and around the country.
Yeah.
The biggest one I saw was in Kakadu. He was 2.5 meters long.
Yeah, right.
He was a big snake. He was a really big snake. Having said that, the one I saw in Glue Pot, that was a big snake as well.
Yeah.
That would have been 2.
Yeah.
Like, that was a chunky snake as well.
So, anyone like Glue Pot's near Renmark.
Yeah. Yeah. So, between Morgan and Renmark and then up into the scrub a little bit, basically. But yeah, that was a chunky snake.
Yeah.
That was a chunky snake. The St. George's get pretty
sizable
as well. I'd say obviously the further south, potentially the smaller they'd get.
Yeah.
Climate,
it would make
sense.
But then, like I said, there's other species where it's not the case. But it would make sense with them.
Yeah. I have seen a couple on the Eyre Peninsula, the nice black mulgars.
Yeah.
They were decent size, but they weren't as big as the other ones.
Yeah.
I've seen. They were probably 1.5 meters.
Yeah.
The 2 of those I saw. In very quick succession as well. We literally just pulled out of camp. May sitting in the back seat. Oh, there's a snake there. We'd been in the car for 30 seconds. Get out, photograph this snake, get back in. 2 minutes down the road, we get back onto the main road and we go to turn right, and then he looks down the road. Oh, there's another one down there. So 2 mulgars in 10 minutes.
That's wild.
Out on the Eyre Peninsula. That was very cool.
Yeah.
Both about the same size. Good sized snakes as well. It was a cooler night as well, so they didn't carry on
pretty chill
too much.
Yeah.
Not that I handled them.
No.
At all.
Because we don't do that.
No, we take photos in situ. every time.
They sit there and they don't move. And they say, "Take my photo, sir."
Every time. But yeah, the Kakadu mulga was definitely the biggest I've seen.
Yeah.
That it was a unit of a snake. Like, we were driving along. I thought it was a fucking olive python crossing the road. I was like, "Oh, what's that?" Pulled over, run up to it. Oh, fuck. You're a mulga.
I reckon it's similar to what when Darren was telling us that story.
Yeah.
When he went to put his hand on one of the old mates, like,
Let it go.
Let it go. That's not a python.
Yeah. Few and far between up in top end these days, because obviously mulgars eat other reptiles and amphibians. They got hit pretty bad with the toads up there. So I only saw one live one in my year that I was up there.
Yeah, right.
And that was in Kakadu. There would have, like, literally, we were driving out to this spot. There was a car in front of us and they cleaned up another one on the way out. So, yeah, would have been two. But, yeah, they cleaned one up and then we went and saw the other one. But if we didn't stop for the first one, we wouldn't have seen the other one crossing the road. It would have been long gone.
Yeah, right.
So
there you go.
It's funny how
it is. Yeah.
It's funny how things work out.
It is, yeah.
Like that.
Sometimes the snake gods are with you.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you stop to look at a dead snake.
Yeah.
I had to euthanize it. It was fucked. It had been clipped, but it was still alive, so I had to euthanize it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but if we didn't do that, we wouldn't have got the other one.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have been crossing at that particular time.
And again, like the timing of at least like someone like you found it, rather than like someone that like would have been 10 cars could have driven
Just and clean, and clean,
or even just like swerved, clean, it's still alive, just swerved it even.
Yeah.
And just left it sitting there and just in pain for however long until something picked it off, pretty much.
Yeah, that's it. Things get picked off pretty quickly during the day by like all the birds of prey. Pick things off the road. Yeah. There's never too much left.
No.
Unless it's like big, like a buffalo or something like that.
Yeah.
All the sort of smaller stuff that gets hit gets picked off pretty quick by the birds of prey.
Yeah. Smash it.
Yeah, that's it. Talk about colubrids for a sec as well. So they're the other group of snakes we have here in Australia. So, yeah, there's venomous and non-venomous species of colubrids. So we've got species like the brown tree snake, which is rear-fanged venomous snake. And then we've got other species like common tree snakes, which are non-venomous.
Yeah.
All quite sort of long, slender-built snakes, primarily tree snakes.
Yeah.
I'd say arboreal species.
Yeah.
We do get other aquatic colubrids as well, like the maclays. And then other species, we got slaty greys, keelbacks, as well. They're quite variable.
Yeah,
those species. Yeah, very nice snakes. Very common up in the sort of top end of Australia.
Yeah.
Being obviously a tropical species. Makes sense. But yeah, and they vary so much as well, particularly the common tree snakes. Like you can get them green, you can get them blue, and then like the ones in Darwin are like golden with a blue head.
Yeah.
They're stunning looking snakes.
Yeah.
Pretty common as well. Like, you even just walking through, a few of the parks or botanic gardens, you'll see them sort of dart off and up in the trees and stuff like that. So they're a diurnal species, although you do get them at night as well. And then obviously you got your brown tree snakes or night tigers, which you get at night.
Yeah.
Along with a lot of the other species like keelbacks and maclays and stuff like that. But yeah, the colubrids, we don't have any in South Australia.
No.
They are like, you do get brown trees going down the east coast. I don't know how far down they go.
Yeah.
They go a fair way down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how far down they go down the east coast though. So yeah, and then obviously the other snakes we have are our sea snakes here as well, which are still elapids.
Yeah. Just in the water.
Yeah, we got a fair few species of those as well.
I'm actually not that clued in on them.
I'm not really clued in on them either too much. Yeah, I can't really speak too much on sea snakes. We've got a fair few species though. Again,
extremely venomous.
Yes, very, very.
Yeah, mainly
very
like it
venomous.
makes sense when you think about it. Like they don't just give these guys venom for no reason.
Everything
like,
in the ocean's bloody venomous.
Yeah, you think like sea snakes, if they're obviously eating fish and whatnot, fish will get away. If you have a slow acting venom, the fish is going to get away out of the area.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that it pretty much almost instantly kills them with the high potency of venom. And then same with like if you go backtracking to like the inland taipan where they might come across the feed however along, and in the arid areas they need to kill it quick.
Again, it just goes back to that as well. Like, why are our Australian snakes so venomous? Before people got here, Australia was a very, very harsh environment.
Yeah.
It still is.
Yeah.
Like
for the most part.
Yeah. Like these snakes had to make sure they get a feed. Like for the inland taipan, for example, they live out the middle of nowhere. Like the Gibber Plains around Cooper Pedy, there's just nothing for kilometres. Just nothing. The cracks in the soil, and that's it.
If anyone's like interested, this listeners obviously isn't maybe not a snake, right into snakes or whatever. Just go on YouTube and search like looking for inland taipans or something, and you'll see like
the habitat that these things live in. Like it's
the way people see them. They literally sit on sometimes like on the roof of the car and just drive along these just flat as plains, and you just look for reflection, like a shiny reflection somewhere to pick them up. But like, literally, when you say there's nothing, there is nothing.
You wouldn't think anything could live out there.
Yeah, exactly.
But these things, are living down the soil cracks.
Yeah.
And spend most of their time underground.
Yeah.
They come out when the weather is appropriate.
Yeah.
Which is not really over summer because it gets to 45, 50 degrees out there.
Yeah. I guess like the other cool thing, I guess we're still backtracking after talking about taipans again, but the seasonal changes in their colour is pretty cool.
It's so cool. Yeah, they go from almost like jet black to
really
nice
yellowy
golden colour.
And that's also
as the season changes.
Yeah, it's to do with the heat predominantly. Like obviously when it gets cooler, they like some of them even just have the black head and just poke their head out.
Poke that out and warm up. Yeah.
And then obviously it gets so bloody hot out there they don't need to be, absorbing so much heat, and then the colour
change. Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just going back on to again why they're so venomous, like in that environment, you need to make sure you can get a feed when one comes along.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure your venom is toxic enough to immobilize that food source. Because again, it might be a year. If it's having a bad year, there's no rain or anything.
Yeah.
Might not get a feed for a year.
Yeah.
And they've just got to
suck it up.
Got to suck it up.
Which is kind of the cool thing about reptiles and stuff, and like I guess snakes more mainly, like how long they can go without a feed if they really want to.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, that just goes back to why our venomous snakes are so venomous.
Yeah.
Is before we got here and provided a buffet, they needed to make sure they could get a feed when one came along.
Yeah.
Basically, which is why their venom is extremely toxic.
Yeah.
Basically. But again, we've provided them with a nice buffet.
Exactly.
Of rodents, particularly again for the eastern brown snake.
Yeah.
That they can just go about eating whenever they want, basically.
Yeah, because we're around.
Just go down a mouse hole in a chicken aviary and
smash 20 mice.
Yeah, literally. And they'll do that again for these other species as well. If they're having a good year, plenty of rain around, again back to the inland taipan, they'll eat as much as they can to get themselves in good condition.
And potentially if next season's low and slow, they can they're all right.
It's no issue. Yeah. They're good to go.
Yeah.
Basically. So yeah, that's just one of the reasons why our snakes are so venomous here in Australia. They didn't develop it, to kill us or anything like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they did. But
science, mate. Science.
Yeah, they brown snakes. I think it was brown snakes. It might be the specific species, but I think brown snakes split off the evolutionary tree 10 to 15 million years ago. as their genus split. So they've been here for a long time. They've been evolving that venom for millions of years to get it to what it needed to be, and it will continue to evolve. As you know.
Oh no, but Australia would be fine without snakes. There's other countries without snakes. That'd be another video for another day. But it's actually wild when people say, "It's like, oh, but New Zealand doesn't have any snakes." Like, yeah, it's a different. It's an island. It's completely different. Like, it actually baffles the mind when people say that.
Yeah,
like, it's not even. It's not even a point to an argument at all. Like,
no.
Oh, New Zealand have no snakes.
New Zealand's very different to Australia.
Have you seen it, like, where it is geographically?
Very, very different.
It's not even that close to Australia.
Like, again, and this is another one for another topic, but if all snakes just disappeared, the ecosystem would collapse.
100% it would. Like you said, when brown snakes when they came up, like how many, what did you say, 10
to 15 million years ago. Yeah.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
Like, that's a long time for everything to, adapt and live with each other and have a food chain and all that sort of stuff. You think, like, having no snakes, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. And again, snakes are food for other animals as well. They're not just out, killing everything.
Food chain.
Food chain, Small animal gets eaten by the slightly bigger one. And then again, slightly bigger until you get to the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
And then the cycle just starts all over again.
Exactly.
Yeah. But, venomous snakes are out to get everyone.
They are.
They evolve their venom to kill us. And something's got to be done about it.
Don't let someone clip that and use it against you.
No, we might have to cut that bit out. But, oh well. But yeah, I lost my train of thought there. But
well, do you want to? What is there anything else there, or do you want to talk about a few herp things?
Yeah, we can go
last little bit.
Go on a few other herp things. Yeah.
Have you got a couple nice stories to finish with or something?
Yeah, I've told a couple of them with the temporalis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But for anyone that doesn't know, herping is going out and looking for reptiles, basically, because we don't have enough reptiles in our life anyway.
So we go look for them.
We've got to go out and look for them. I love it. It's great just getting out in the bush as well.
Yeah.
So I would not say I'm a hardcore herper by any stretch.
It's a pretty hard
compared to some people.
Yeah.
I just like going out and looking for stuff. I don't necessarily, have a list of stuff I want to see. I'll just go out and
see what you see.
Yeah.
Just see nature in general. Like, you see other things, like not necessarily reptiles, like you don't mind your birds, or you
I'm getting older. I'm getting into birds. It's slightly.
See, I feel like those guys are a lot more. I feel like bird people are a lot more nuttier than reptile people. Like you see, like the oldies and stuff out there with books and everything, just like which is cool. Like right into it. Like everyone's got their thing.
Yeah. No, there's some pretty nutty reptile people.
True.
But like again, I'm not going to say I'm a hardcore herper. I like going out. I'm very lucky to have seen some very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Again, like the temporalis.
Yeah.
I wasn't targeting that species
no.
at all. I just got lucky.
Yeah.
Again, I know people that have targeted that species and not seen them.
Yeah.
So I just got lucky with stuff like that.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm not going to go out and look at every little tiny brown skink, everything like that.
Yeah.
I just like going out, taking photos and seeing stuff. Yeah.
And if you happen to see something cool, it's cool.
Yeah, that's it. I'll take a photo of it.
Yeah.
If it wants to sit still for long enough, which most of them don't.
They do. They just sit there, mate.
Yeah, they just sit there in situ. But yeah, most of my herping time's been up in Darwin.
Yeah.
I had a year up there where I went pretty hard.
No, so as you would.
I
suppose you wouldn't have been, like, apart from working and stuff, probably not doing too much else.
Really. Yeah.
Just go
because I didn't have any of this up there.
No.
So it was just herping.
Yeah.
Basically. So
I'd do the same.
every chance you got, you'd go out and just drive the roads and you'd see stuff.
Yeah.
You'd turn up, good night, 30 pythons, few lapids, colubrids, stuff like that. I was, in my time up there, I did have sort of certain species I wanted to see though.
Yeah.
And I ticked off most of them. I think I'm only missing one monitor from sort of top end, and that's a mangrove.
Right.
I got all the others from the immediate top end area. only missing one python as well.
So,
on Pelly,
right.
Which which again, I spent so long wandering around that escarpment. I should have warrant seeing one. And then it goes back to as well. I don't know how many hours I spent walking around that escarpment. I was in temperate habitat for one night and I saw one.
Yeah, so it's like the people that always see stuff that don't want to see or not interested. Or
it's always someone else.
Like imagine the amount of people that maybe potentially have gone through that area
and seen one.
Them like, oh, it's a carpet python.
Yeah, or just didn't take any notice of it. Or there's a snake up in the tree over there.
Let's keep walking. Yeah, that would have happened so many times too. So.
Yeah, literally. But no, hopefully soon.
Yeah,
hopefully soon. But yeah, I just like getting out there and taking photos and seeing stuff, and we'll be doing a bit of that soon.
Yeah,
as well.
I'm looking forward to it. I said it before, but I've never had much of a chance. I mean, I had a chance to do herping, I guess, but I've had a few goes by myself. But like where I am, like pretty much all my mates, none of them are into it, really. And there's only recently, like I'm mates with obviously like Will, who I've trained. He's right into it, and we'll probably do a bit, that sort of stuff. But didn't really have anyone around me that was into it, close by.
Yeah.
So it's cool now that I'm sort of be able to make up for it a bit now.
Yeah, so, it's good fun. It's good fun. Like it can be very draining when you're driving around not seeing anything.
Yeah.
But turning that corner and having a 2 meter mulga crossing the track in front of you, like again, the feeling is awesome. Like just seeing that.
It's almost a bit of a life lesson, isn't it? You just got to keep going, and then one day, it's just what it's about, isn't it?
It's like any hobby.
It's anything.
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
But it is good fun. Plenty of very good herpers in the country as well that are dedicated.
Yeah.
That have seen like over half the reptiles that we have in the country.
It's nuts, isn't it?
I don't know how many I'd be on. I don't keep a list or anything like that. I probably should, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like 200-300 species maybe. Yeah. Again, I don't know. I can't clarify that because I haven't been keeping a list. But yeah, it's good fun, and hopefully we can do more with a bit more flexibility with having Will on board as well.
Well, even like today, like coming up to your place, obviously if you got a call now, you go in it, like it is what it is. But obviously, like we said, it's slowed down anyway, but it's kind of cool now. I just messaged Will today and said, all right, I ended up being in Adelaide before this, and then came up to Brett's house. I just had the luxury now where I'm like, Will, get a call, you're doing it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry as much.
Honestly, it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
As much as I love doing it, like there is times where you just like you need to do something else.
The flexibility,
and the amount of times you go to do something and you get a call.
And you get a call. Or start something.
It's just nice just to like know that if I do go and do something, I'm just like, someone else can do it.
Someone else can cover for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Nah, it is good. What do you reckon? Wrap up there?
Yeah, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah, I think we've covered a lot.
I think we've been enlightened a few people that aren't necessarily, if there's a few on there that aren't necessarily right into it. So.
Yeah. I think the main takeaway from this is that not everything's a brown snake.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of different species, especially just in SA.
Again, like about 200 species of snake across Australia. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, yes, there are a few brown snakes.
Yeah.
9 species, again, 6 in SA. Again, they are the most common species that people come across.
Yeah.
The easterns, but not everything is a brown snake.
No.
There's a lot of little harmless species that cop it, again, because someone thinks they saw a brown snake or something like that. Even, again, pythons and colubrids cop it.
Yeah.
But they're harmless. They're there. They're just doing their thing.
Yeah.
Again, they've got more of a benefit of being there than not being there.
Yeah.
Again, if you took away all snakes in Australia, the ecosystem would collapse.
100%.
Like
you'd take like a couple of species out and collapse.
Like take easterns out.
Yeah.
Eastern browns out.
Yeah.
Oh, where did all these rodents come from?
Yeah. Well, then once again, things that prey on them and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So, hopefully that enlightened a few people about a few different species that we have across the country and South Australia.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll leave it there for this episode. We should have a guest episode next week.
Yeah.
We're not sure who that's going to be yet. We've got a couple lined up.
Yeah,
but
loosely lined up.
We're not sure what order we'll release them in. But yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for listening.
See ya.